This is the LDV high top diesel van, and we're going to replace the steering lock, which is the keys jammed in. You can't get the keys out, can do nothing with it, so we're going to have to replace it. This panel here that you have to get out of the way is held in by these 4 push clips which go into the dashboard there, and there's another 2 over this side, and there's also on the side of the screw which goes into the top half of the dashboard there. And the top half of the dash, there are a screw there and a screw there. You take them out. There's 4 poppers at the back of this which you just have to prise it up. See how it's held in there. You've got those, they just pop in and out, them do, at the back of the cowling. Then you've got to remove the this is to get it all out the way. There's 4 screws in this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So far you only need a Phillips screwdriver. This is the replacement. Now the way the scrapyard got this off, as you can see, they drill holes in the top and then they use a stud removal tool. So how you use these stud extractors, they're a left-handed thread, so you wind them into the hole which you drill, which is in the top of the broken stud or the bolt which you can't get at, and you continue winding anti-clockwise. Because it's a left-handed thread, it goes in deeper and deeper, and eventually it jams and it brings the screw out. So what you have to do on the if you've got a bolt like this here, you drill the top of it as near to the centre as you can get, and then you put your stud extractor in place like that is, and then you fit your whatever you've got. Just pop a tool for the top of that, a little square tool, and you can use a small spanner. As you can see, that's on there like that, and now we'll continue turning that anti-clockwise and it will undo the screw. This stud extractor has got a left-handed thread on it, so the more I turn this to the left, the deeper that stud extractor is going to go, or try and go. But eventually, of course, because it's tapered, it jams, and then when you pull this, okay, it starts to undo the naughty bolt. Now you can see I didn't drill the hole straight. That's because it's made of aluminium and steel, so you can't help but go off. But there we are, you see. It doesn't matter that it's not drilled straight. The stud extractor will still bite into it, and there's our bolt out. Okay, and that's how we get the bolts out of the steering lock. We got the one screw out, but the other one would not. We couldn't get the drill in; it kept slipping off. So the only way to do it then is to saw it off on the one that won't come off, the screw we couldn't get out. So as you can see, I've started sawing this off. Use a junior hacksaw, and because that'll be loose now with one screw off, the steering lock shouldn't be on because you couldn't get the key out. If the steering lock was on, you have to undo that. Anyway, get the hacksaw, junior hacksaw in there, and saw across it. So we'll continue doing that now till it falls off. It took about half an hour of sawing with the hacksaw, the junior hacksaw, which came off. That one in there, because the drill, I didn't make a good enough centre punch hole in it, and it slipped off to one side, and then, you know, it's a bugger once they do that, because you can't get the drill to stay there. It always knows, it always seems to know where that little hole is at the side, and it keeps slipping off. So anyway, this lock's scrap anyway, because you can't change the barrel on the internals of these, so that doesn't matter. So now we'll go and compare this wiring with the new one, just to make sure, and then we've got to put it on and get the right combination with keys and coils and other things on the immobiliser. Right, so here we are. This is the new setup here. So let's have a look at the comparison of these two here. So the wiring. There's a bit more wiring on this, but I think that's because it's got a bleeper on there. So on the small, on the big one here, we've got the brown and whites, which are in the same positions. That's those two here. And on the smaller plug, we've got the green with the white stripe and the white with the red stripe. They're both in the same place as well. So we'll go ahead and put that on now. So first of all, we'll release these old plugs, and you have to lift this catch up slightly as you're pulling the plug out. So I need two hands to do that. And there we are, I've pulled that plug off there. They'll only go in one way. We've got the new lock in place, the plugs are in. It doesn't work because the ignition system is not recognising the transponder. Then the old ones here, I just have to take the chip out the back of the key, which is, you see those blue pads on there, those blue stoppers. I have to take them out, change the chip on that to the old chip, and then put this old transponder onto here, and then that will certainly do it now. Well, it's important to remember that the new key will not start the motor without the chip from the old key fitted into the new key, and also that small black box around the lock with the black ring on, which is in fact a coil, fitted to the new lock. Now these parts work with the immobiliser, so don't expect the motor to start without replacing these with the old parts. Also, removing the collar tab from the keys is not easy. I had to saw around the edges with the hacksaw. Be careful not to damage the capsule when you remove it, and don't get them mixed up. Oh well, bye for now, and the best of luck with that. Bye.